Hey, everybody. Thanks for coming out, and good evening, everyone, and welcome to the first David James Poissant Endowed Creative Prose reading of the 2018-2019 academic year. Before we get started, please be sure to silence your cell phones and other electronic devices. The David James Poissant Endowed Creative Prose Reading Series is named for 2001 Barry alumnus Jamie Poissant, who gave the inaugural reading for the series here in this very chapel 4 years ago. Jamie read from his award-winning collection of short stories, The Heaven of Animals, a book named for a poem by James Dickey, who himself read in this very space in 1985, where he gave the very first Constance Wilson lecture. A finalist for the Los Angeles Times Book Award and winner of the GLCA New Writers Award, among other honors, Poissant's The Heaven of Animals was praised by the New York Times as a wise and beautiful book. The Poissant series was conceptualized by its founding donor, Dr. Sandra Meek, and was brought fully into being through the generosity of many Barry and Rome community donors. We're excited to announce tonight that the series has now reached endowment level as a direct result of Barry students. The creative writing students in English 475 writing community ran a Barry crowdfunder last year so astoundingly well that not only did they make the goal of reaching endowment level, making it possible for the series to continue with one regular year, but they also made their stretch goal, making it possible for us now to bring a Poissant leader each semester. We offer congratulations and deep thanks to these students: William Bayer, Bethany Barber, Brooke Copeland, Kayla Fuss, Darian Cuxhouse, Kathleen Miner, and Siobhan Mullen. Donations are ongoing to continue to enrich the series, and I look forward to welcoming excellent prose writers in addition to the nationally renowned poets who continue to bring Barry each semester through the Georgia Poetry Circuit, a consortium of Georgia colleges and universities, which is housed right here at Barry. Tonight, I have the honor of introducing another Barry graduate, Alyssa Hollingsworth. Alyssa graduated from Barry College in 2013, and just 2 weeks ago, her debut novel, The 11th Trade, hit the shelves in the United States, the UK, and elsewhere. On the day it was released, it became the #1 new release in children's literature on Amazon.com. It's no exaggeration for me to say that from the moment I started reading The 11th Trade, I couldn't put it down. Alyssa's mastery of tension and pacing carried me through from the very start, and along the way I found myself learning. The novel is infused with an intimate knowledge of Afghan culture and language, making it an educational as well as an exciting and endearing read. It's also timely. Historically, the United States has led the way on global refugee resettlement, taking in tens of thousands of refugees each year. But in January 2017, the United States slashed the refugee resettlement quota by more than half and issued an executive order banning entry to nationals of half a dozen countries, including some of the world's largest producers of refugees, from entering the U.S. Since then, the flow of refugees to the U.S. has slowed to a trickle, and 2018 is on pace to be the worst year for resettlement to the U.S. in 4 decades. Of the millions of Afghan refugees created by the past 16 years of war, only just over 300 were admitted to the United States in the first quarter of this year. As such, Sammy, the protagonist of The 11th Trade, and his grandfather, both Afghan refugees settling in Boston, are among a lucky few, and their lives aren't easy by any stretch of the imagination. Despite his post-traumatic stress disorder, Sammy recalls life in his homeland wistfully, and when his grandfather's rabab, a traditional Afghan musical instrument, is stolen from him, it leaves a cultural hole in his and his grandfather's heart, a hole we long for him to fill. But Sammy is resourceful, inventive, and determined, and through his experiences, this becomes a story of hope, of courage, and of the adventure that ensues when you're forced to forge a new home in a distant land. Alyssa Hollingsworth was born in small town Milton, Florida, But life as a roving military kid soon mellowed her unintelligibly strong southern accent. Wanderlust was in her blood, and she's always waiting for the wind to change. Stories remain her constant. Alyssa received her BA in English with an emphasis in creative writing from Berry College, and her MA with honors in writing for young people at Bath University. In 2013, she won a prize from the Elie Wiesel Foundation for Humanity for her creative nonfiction essay, Non in the Afghan Village. She is represented by Amber Caraballo at Skylark Literary. Her debut, The 11th Trade, launched on September 18th, 2018 with Macmillan, Roaring Book Press in the US, and Piccadilly Press in the UK. Please help me welcome Alyssa Hollingsworth.
So what I'm going to do is read a couple of excerpts. Some will be from the 11th Trade, and some will be surprise other things, mysterious. The first one I'll read is chapter 1 from the 11th Trade. Baba's fingers are quick along the rhubarb strings. He doesn't see me right away, so I hang back, listening to the music, enjoying the glow that seems to fill him when he plays. But then his eyes catch mine, and his smile widens into something just short of a laugh. "Ah, son of my son, the young scholar," he calls in Poissant. "And how is the new school?" "Good." Speaking the language of our people, the Pashtuns, brings me relief after struggling through English all day. I heard with the light of Baba's eyes the sound of his music. For the first time today, it feels like my skin fits. I drop my freight backpack beside Baba, the Manchester United keychain jingling against the wall. The brick floor probably had color at some point, but it's all covered in grime now. I sit and pull my legs, careful to tuck my feet under my thighs like my mother, taught me. Really good, I think. Baba nods, and his strumming fills the stuffy air with music. The twangy sound bounces around the tight subway tunnel in loud echoes. A man drops a $20 bill into the rhubarb case. I get a glimpse of his neatly trimmed beard and smile. He's gone into the crowd before I can say thanks. Back in Afghanistan, before the Taliban came, Baba was a famous performer. People would pay thousands of Afghanis to hear him play. Here, rush hour Western leave a wide space around us with a funny looking, not looking expression on their faces. Some of their steps pound a rhythm to match Baba's song. Others walk out of sync, footfalls clashing against the tempo. My brain keeps trying to blend the offbeat movement into the music. And have you made any friends yet? No. I focus on pressing a wrinkle in my jeans flat. I'm not sure I even looked anyone in the face all day. But I was able to follow the reading exercises in language arts without too much trouble. Around the bend of the corridor, someone begins singing scales. The opera singer and her stereo have arrived, Baba observes. Once she starts Ave Maria, we'll have to pack up. It's impossible to compete with an opera singer. Isn't it cheating to use a stereo and a mic when you're already louder than the whole city? I ask. Don't be disrespectful, Baba chides, but yes, it's definitely cheating. Baba stops playing and checks the coins in the rhubarb's case. Hiding my own grin, I help him scoop the coins into his wallet. Want to have a turn, Sammy? Baba asks, passing the rhubarb to me. The opera singer cranks up her stereo and the first cheesy violin notes drift down the tunnel. I will just go wash my hands and then we can head home. They say, go to the bathroom here, I remind him, taking the rhubarb. I'll go to the bathroom then. His eyes crinkle. I have a special dinner planned when we get back, and I want to hear more about your first day at school. Then, if we can find the right radio channel, we can listen to that Champions League final before bed. All right. I just threw out of my lap, singing one of the Manchester United chants. Hello, hello, we are Betsy boys. Baba hums as he wanders off. I flip my fingers over the rhubarb's 3 main strings. The mulberry wood presses against my chest. One woodworker called it boat-shaped. It's deep enough that I have to wrap my arm all the way around to reach the strings. The old goat skin covering the sound box still has cream color at the center, but fades to a blotched brown on the edges and under the place I rest my fingers. Where the skin meets the wooden neck, mother of pearl inlays flash white, blue, green, and pink in the deep dim subway light. The pig box at the end of the neck is carved in a flower design with one end chipped from where Baba dropped it in a rain. The tassel, woven by my grandmother in blue and white string with red beads, swings as I adjust the rhubarb in my lap. I take a slow, deep breath. Songs always come to me if I wait still and quiet enough. Sometimes there's songs I've heard Baba before, but sometimes there's something else. Songs that travel a great distance and play through my hands like they aren't mine at all. And those are the most fun. I begin to play, and my left hand dances over the rhubarb's neck. I keep my right wrist loose and easy, strum flicking. The beat builds in me, and the opera singer's voice and the commuter's footsteps fade. The outside world gets smaller and smaller until it's just me and the rhubarb. But the world inside me expands. Even though my eyes are closed, I see my home. Not the apartment here in Boston, or the slum in Istanbul, or the cramped hostel in Athens, or the back room in Iran. I see my Kandahar house. It is white stone with a high wall all around. The shattered glass on top of the wall sparkles in the afternoon light, shards bright blue and sometimes yellow, like broken bits of sky. Pink bougainvillea flowers nod in a rare afternoon breeze. A workman repairing the hole in the roof of our house hums the song I'm playing now. I play harder, louder, smelling the dust and dry heat and feeling the sun warm my neck. My father, reads by the window, his glasses sliding down his nose. My more Johnny calls to him. We're all going to be late for the wedding if he doesn't hurry. But I can't hear her. My memory is not sharp enough. Her henna-decorated palms are red when she leans on the door to wave me in. Her mouth moves, but I no longer remember the sound of her voice. I'm almost there. Every time I play, I can almost hear her. But I can't quite make the memory clear, and even as the music rises, even as it pulls me in until the notes are sharp, quick pings, I'm losing the memories. Was my flowers graying, or was it black as tar in a kite string? Was my more Johnny's voice brighter, or was it weary? Did the workman smoke, or did he sing? I squeeze my eyes close tighter in concentration. I'm losing them. Something jolts the rhubarb. Suddenly, my hands are empty. My eyes fly open. A teenager hurries through the crowd toward the platform. The rhubarb is in his hand. He snatched it from my lap. For 3 long heartbeats, I'm too stunned to move. Then I scramble to my feet. Hey, I wheeze, trying to get enough air to speak. My legs steady and I start to run. Hey, stop! My voice still comes in a squeaking whisper. We're both headed toward the opera singer, and her song lifts into a deafening crescendo. I can't even hear myself yell over the volume of her speakers. A man's elbow almost knocks out my eye, and a woman's briefcase blocks me from squeezing past her. Far ahead now, in a sudden shift of the crowd, I spot the teenager's black coat. He must have tucked the rhubarb inside because I can't see it anymore. Stop! I shout, my voice cracking with the effort. No one listens, you swallow thief. I press against arms and legs and they push back. Watch it, snaps a young woman. Back off, growls an older man. A sudden surge pushes me onto the platform. It's packed so tightly I can't spot the thief at all. I slide along the wall and jump up on the edge of the bench where a bunch of college students are sitting. Balanced on one foot, I scour the crowd. The train arrives. Everyone presses into the already crowded cars. There. The thief shuffles onto the train and pushes his way toward the center. The rhubarb is in his right hand. Stop! I scream. A few heads turn. I lunge off the bench, but too many people press between me and him. The adults tower over me. I shove against their arms, fighting my way forward. The T-stick train gives two loud beeps. The doors are closing. I burst free at the platform's edge. The doors slide shut right in front of my nose. The teenager is only a few feet away. He glances at me and his eyebrows lift a fraction. He's pimply, the redness bright on his pale skin, and he has gray eyes and shaggy blonde hair. Stop him! I bang on the window and wave at the passengers. The train begins to move slowly at first. I run beside it, down the bumpy danger strip where adults aren't standing. Please, please! The people in the train don't hear her, don't care. The speed builds and I'm falling behind. I'm falling away from the rhubarb. Then, with a swoosh, the train disappears into the tunnel. I'm standing on the platform, breath heaving, ears ringing. The rhubarb is gone. So the next excerpt, let me take a sip of water. It's a few chapters later. Sammy is back at school, and he's heard a rumor that people can find stolen things in pawn shops, so he's on his way to a pawn shop. Get it! Someone shouts. Catch it before it goes in the street. I turn and see my classmates racing after a runaway ball. It's skidding toward me, a few feet to my right. I jog toward it, stop the ball with my foot, and kick it over the head of the tall guy on offense. With a bounce, it lands at the feet of an astonished-looking Dan. The tall one shoots me a dirty look as he pivots away, and all the defenders follow him with their eyes. But Dan's still looking at me, so I gesture to the goal. Dan catches on, turns, and shoots the ball across the playground into the unguarded opening. It bangs against a chain link fence. Yes! Dan yells, fist up in the air. Doesn't count, the tall one shouts over the celebrating team. The ball was out. I grin to myself and keep walking, but I barely got 3 steps when someone calls my name. I look around, surprised someone even knows who I am. Hey, Sammy! It's Dan. I hesitate, unable to decide if I should wait or run. Several of the other kids watch as Dan jogs toward me, and my chest tightens. All the people looking at me makes my hands sweat. I turn away, but Dan has almost reached me. Hey, wait up, Sammy! He calls. Hold on! And now he's tapping my shoulder. I have no choice but to look at him. The tall one puts his hands around his mouth. You're just gonna leave the game, Dan? We haven't finished. I gotta go anyway. Dan waves the guy off. It's just a pickup game, he says to me by way of explanation. My real team plays at the gym. Anyway, that was awesome. Perfect pass. His enthusiasm is overwhelming and very loud. I don't know how to respond, so I just stand there silently. He doesn't even take a breath. You really like soccer? He asks. Football, my brain translates. I say. Yeah, I guess. You any good? Yeah, I say again, though it's been a while since I played. I guess. I'm on a team of this after-school plays. They've got an indoor gym and we practice all year. We just lost a player, so I'm looking to add a new offense guy. You play offense forward, maybe? I blink. He's talking extremely fast. But I think he's asking me to join his soccer team. I'm not here to play soccer, though. I just want to keep my head down, study hard, find the rhubarb. Minding your own business is the way to survive when you're always on the move. Except, Bob and I aren't on the move anymore. Maybe. I edge away from him. But I have to go somewhere now. Roxbury Crossing T Station. You walking? He asks, following me. The gym's this way, I'll show you. I don't want to see the gem. I just want to find the rhubarb. But I can't think of a good excuse when that won't make him more curious. And now Dan is looking at me weird. Okay, I say, trying to sound calm. Okay, you lead the way. Wicked. He gives me 2 thumbs up and starts off. He strolls down the sidewalk with his head up and his back slouched. I try to copy him as I follow, but he walks like the streets are his, and I walk like, well, like they're his too. So, where are you from, Sammy? Afghanistan, I say, and wait for him to tell me what he thinks of my country. Every American has opinions about Afghanistan. For real? Bet you were glad to get out. My dad did a tour there. He said it was. Dan glances at me and grins. Well, he said it wasn't great. I think about the time before everything changed, when we had family dinners with a kerosene lantern during power outages, and Baba plucked the rhubarb strings, whisper quiet, in case our neighbors were Taliban sympathizers. It was under the Taliban that music became illegal, and even after the arrival of foreign forces, it didn't mean the Taliban always kept from attacking people who broke their rules. It was a little exciting back then. Exciting to feel like our family was a secret, our songs were a secret. But that was before the wedding. I want to tell Dan that his dad is wrong. In Afghanistan, there's beautiful mountains and blue skies and more stars than you can see anywhere this side of the world. But that Afghanistan, the one where you do not lose your family a little every day, where you do not live in fear of turning the Taliban's head, doesn't really exist outside of my heart. I didn't know how to explain it to people in Iran or Greece or Turkey, and I don't know how to explain it to Dan. It'd be easier if I had a rhubarb, then I could play and he would hear. Your dad's a soldier then? I asked instead. Yep, in the army. Dan cups his mouth and shouts at some pigeons, "Hoo-ah!" The pigeons scatter and Dan laughs. I glance around to see if anyone has noticed us, but none of the walkers seem to care. There's the gym. Dan points to a gray building. You want to go in? It's fenced with high chain link and razor wire spun across the top. I touch the scar on my arm and check my phone. 3:15. The pawn shop doesn't close until 5, but I sneak away. Oh, I can't. I have to go, sorry. Wow, that's your phone? Dan explains, tapping my screen. Looks like the one I got years ago. Do you have any cool apps? I glance from him to the phone. It sends and receives texts, takes notes, and its map works when I find free Wi-Fi or we can pay extra for data, like we did during our journey. That was all we needed it to do. Nope. Dan takes out his phone. It's thinner than a pencil and bright green with an expensive shine to it. I inch back as if by looking I might accidentally break it. So, Dan says, scrolling through the screens and showing me his calendar. The only appointments on it are labeled soccer with 2 exclamation points. Want to come tomorrow after school? Maybe, but I have to go now. Where are you going anyway? He asks. I hesitate, but nothing comes to my head except for the truth. Before I can stop myself, I blurt, someone stole my Bobby's instrument. I'm searching for it in pawn shops. I immediately wish I could take the words back. Dan doesn't need to know something so personal about me. Nah, I don't think I wanted it there. Dan glances down at his phone and starts typing. What sort of instrument? A little annoyed that he's texting, I say simply. A rhubarb? Like a vegetable? Nope. It's an Afghan instrument. A lute, sort of. Can you spell it? Well, I do. Dan types and swipes. The same thing happened to Father Steve. He's a priest at my church. His guitar got stolen, turned up on eBay, and he shows the screen to me. Is that yours? I gape. A picture of a rhubarb is on the listing. He wasn't texting, he was searching. Reaching tentatively for the phone, I ask, can I see? Dan hands me the phone. I try to hold it carefully as I tap through pictures. They're sharp and clear with a clean white background, taken with a good camera. But I know it's Baba's rhubarb. It has blue, white, and red tassel and star-shaped designs along the side. I can hardly believe Dan found it so quickly. I've been searching for a week. That's ours. I raise my head and look at him in the eyes for the first time. How do I get it? Let me see. Dan takes the phone back and types. The lister owns a shop in Cambridge, apparently. The address is on his profile. Here, I can text it to you. I give him my number, and a few seconds later, message dings on my phone. My hand over my heart, I bow my head out of habit. Thank you. No problem. Dan grins and copies me, a hand over his heart. I hesitate. I'm sure he's mocking me. But before I can decide, he's running to the gym's courtyard, calling, "See you tomorrow," over his shoulder. I have no thoughts about tomorrow. The rhubarb is just across the Charles River right now. I run down the sidewalk, jumping the spring weeds in the cracks. The Roxbury Crossing tea stop is just around the corner. I need to get to the music shop and return home before Baba leaves work, or else he'll know I'm up to something. And my plan is so new, I can't share it with anyone yet. I swipe my Charlie card at the turnstile, say a prayer, and wait for the train. Now I would like to read you something published in the most important publication in the universe, by my estimation, estimation. I'm a writer and I can talk. Good word. So the most important publication in the universe, which is ramifications. So this is actually something I wrote after my first trip to Boston, and it was for Dr. Meek's upper level poetry class, I think. Maybe it's just middle level poetry class. Anyway, so I was going to share it with you because I like it. So it's called Boston. What drifts toward walk and wander, snow and brick, sidewalk and soft footsteps, touches. What would be a glow, a cold to prick our toes, stand us, tourists washed like vanishing graveyard names and sanctuaries drowned in history, steeples that are sky, rain blown and bridges, and the blue and purple of skyscrapers reflect us. What laughs at twisting and loss, maps and cities, museums and clipped words, commas. What once was Paul Revere, a statue to blur our view, still us, harvest cascading sound over the burning bronze lines, tea station pressed with strangers, visitors that are songs, arches listening in holes, and the long and slow of notes, pauses. What draws toward climb and crossing, hills and ship, churches and silent bells, quiet us. What now are groves, trees to veil our path, steady us, languages snapped like raining lighted lanterns, and monuments that gleam in flurries. Tea that is seen, vessels meandering in harbors, and the wet and white of Boston warm us. And so the spoiler is that wasn't actually ramifications. I taped it in here so that I could show you ramifications. But I wrote it after spring break, so it's too late to get submitted. So now I would like to share a comedic interval, which is an excerpt of the very first thing I ever wrote as an 11-year-old. This is from a story about a boy and his horse. His name is Thunder, and his Thunder's mom. And I wrote it because there were horse secrets in my notebook. And I was 11. It was about 8 pages and 10 chapters total. But alas, still unfinished. So I will not be pronouncing the original spelling. I have fixed the spelling. But you should just imagine everything was spelled pretty much. All right. Try not to cry. Tom went to see Thunder, which is the big horse, every day. Today, Tom and his father were taking Christy, which is the wrong horse, and Thunder out to the field. It was the first time that Thunder had been to the field. Thunder pranced round excitedly as Tom let him out. When they got to the field, they took the lead ropes off the horses. Christy ran off around the field. Thunder tried to keep up, but Sue was standing in the middle of the field, watching. After a little while, Christy calmed down and began to graze. Thunder happily trotted up to his mother to nurse. "Well," Father said, "looks like they're settled. I gotta go help your mom. See you later." Tom was just about to leave when a lynx jumped out of the woods, then ran for Thunder, but Christy dashed in front of the lynx. Thunder ran away as fast as he could. The lynx saw Thunder and ran for him. The lynx pounced for Thunder. Thunder! Tom cried. Just then, the lynx turned and froze. Then, the lynx sank low to the ground and began to crawl slowly. Then faster and faster, he was running straight for Tom. Help! Tom cried. He wanted to run, but his feet were planted. Help, Daddy, there's a lynx! Help! Tom cried. Then, to Tom's release, his father came, gun in hand. Before he ever got to the fence post, he shot at the lynx. He missed, but scared it away from them. The lynx ran toward Thunder. Father reloaded his gun and aimed. Then Christy ran up to the lynx and reared. Christy slashed at the lynx. The lynx became angry, and soon the two were in a fight. Thunder ran to Tom, and Tom grabbed the lead rope. Tom led Thunder to Christy's stall. Just after he had closed the stall door behind Thunder, he heard a gunshot. When he ran as fast as he could to see what had happened. When he got to the field, he saw no lynx, but a horse lying on the ground. It was Christy. Son, said his father, Christy will die. She's too weak to recover. I'm going to call the vet. Tom bent over Christy. A tear slid down his cheek. Christy had blood stains all over her perfect white coat. Oh, Christy, Tom sobbed. Don't die. Thunder needs you. Christy lifted her head and lay it on Tom's knee. Then she looked up and seemed to say, take care of Thunder. Take care of my son. Scene break. What will happen to Thunder? Tom asked. Well, son, I do not know. He will probably die. But he can't die. He needs someone to help him, to watch him, to take care of him. I do not have the time. Then I will, Daddy. Son, taking care of a colt is hard work. I don't think so. But why? Because you will not get enough sleep. I promise I'll get enough sleep. Please let me. Okay. If your mother agrees, it's fine with me. Yay! Tom ran off to see his mom. Mommy, Mom, Mother, Tom cried. Over here, Mom answered. Mommy, may I take care of Thunder? Tom asked. No, Christy can take care of Thunder just fine, Mom said. Quickly, Tom told of Christy's death. So can I take care of Thunder, please? I suppose. Yay, thank you. All right, now go clean your room. It looks like a tornado hit it, laughed Mom. Yes, said Tom, too happy to think about what Mom is saying. He hopped, skipped, and jumped up the stairs to clean his room. First thing I ever wrote. And so, to prove that I can actually write now, I would like to read you my favorite chapter in the 11th grade, which is chapter 25. All you need to know, really, at this point, is that Sammy is at the 4th of July celebration in Boston, and yeah, that's pretty much all you need to know. Almost time for fireworks, Layla says, checking her phone and then rubbing her hands together. Have you ever seen fireworks before, Sammy? Some. In Turkey, they set off small batches around New Year's, but normally Baba took me out of the speed. He didn't like them. ones that spark when they're thrown on the ground. Sometimes kids use them on the street, and they remind me of gunshots. It always makes my heart pound. I glance at the barges on the river. I hadn't really thought about the fireworks. Well, these are awesome, Dan assures me. Best in the country, I bet. Mr. Ty pulls Jared on his lap. Do you hear that, bud? Almost time for fireworks. Mrs. Michelle dumps the last of our trash from dinner into a bag and leans over. It's going to be loud, but you have nothing to be afraid of. And they're going to be so bright. Jared sets his fist. He doesn't seem worried. I rub the scar on my arm, trying to ignore my churning stomach. How loud do they mean? But I'm too embarrassed to ask. It should be fine. I'm in America. I'm with my friends. I'm safe. Anyway, there are so many people here to celebrate. They all look happy, with their faces painted blue and red and white and their t-shirts covered in patriotic messages. More people have come since we arrived. Lots of them. They are pressing up against the sidewalk and overflowing onto the grass behind it. The mass of voices rises, forceful and clamorous, competing to be heard above the music. A policeman wanders down the path, waving to people and smiling at kids. He has a gun in the holster at his hip. Plenty of Americans have guns, right? How many might be carrying them now? It's a warm evening, so most people are wearing clothes that wouldn't hide a gun. I search the crowd. No one in my view seems to have one. My favorite part is the beginning, Layla's telling Dan. They do a lot of those weepy willowy ones then. Boring, he rocks back. The glow stick sleeves around his neck as a strange green light on his face. I like the end, where they all come at once. A toddler somewhere starts to cry. The loudspeakers announce that it's almost time. I shift on my legs, trying to get comfortable. The man in front of us is wearing a jacket, and he pushes it out of the way to scratch his ribs. I don't see a holster on him. But maybe the other side? I try to breathe through my nose. Everything's fine. I don't know why I'm even noticing all these things. Pay attention, Sammy, Layla says, glancing over her shoulder with a grin. You have to tell us which ones are your favorites at the end. I nod, forcing a smile. Okay. The couple to my left bursts into laughter and I jump. Everyone around me is so happy. Even Dan and Layla. It's like they think no one could ever hurt them. It makes my eyes sting. I'm not sad, but my eyes are burning and air itches in my lungs. Hot dog smell mixed with Mrs. Michelle's perfume and the sour scent of beer altered the gunk in my throat. The music crackling on the speakers gets louder as other people snap off their own radios. I breathe in through my nose and exhale through my mouth. Okay, folks, the announcer says, count down with me. 5. I'm becoming weightless, lifting above my body. The people join in the shout, 4. It's like I'm looking down at the crowd, down at myself, sitting with hands clenched on top of my knees. 3. The 4 policemen stand together, staring toward the river. 2. Mr. Ty covers Jared's ears. The other toddler still screams. 1. The music swells. A rocket booms into the sky, trailed by glittering sparks, and my spirit falls as it lifts. The sky explodes. I land in my body. Every nerve is wrong. Everything is wrong. I fly to the ground, hands over my head. The explosion shakes grass, body, bone. I grab for Dan, Layla. Get down, I want to say. But they're laughing, pointing. The light of the fireworks illuminates the faces of the crowd. Bright eyes turn skyward, white teeth gleaming, smiling. Everyone's smiling. Their shirts are red. The woman to my left turns, slow, to frown at me. Her silver earrings flash. The leaves in the tree above us rustle. Blocks away, a dog barks. Once, twice, 3 times. The air smells like smoke, sharp smoke. Michelle. She's leaning into my vision. I can't hear her speak, but I read her lips. You okay? I nod. My limbs are connected wrong. They jerk and shudder when I push myself up. Sweat drips down my neck. Everything's slow. When I know it really can't be going this speed. Dan's shirt has a tiny hole above his shoulder. Layla's beats jingle as she tilts her head back. I am paralyzed. Another firework whistles into the air. I close my eyes and the sound hits me like a force. It crackles in my chest, lodges there, rattles my ribs. I can't breathe, I can't. They don't know. They don't know we're under attack. I'm the only one. I have to warn them. I can't open my mouth. I can't breathe. It's wrong, it's wrong, it's wrong. My eyes shut tight. I fight to unlock my jaw. The crowd rises in a cheer and the music lifts with the orchestra at full force. This isn't Afghanistan. This is America. I'm fine. I'm safe. Safe, safe, safe. Over and over, keep thinking it's safe, safe, safe. Air trickles into my lungs. I try to make them expand. Gunpowder, I taste it on my tongue. Lightly, only a hint, metallic, burning. If I make myself watch the fireworks from launch to explosion, my body will understand. They're only shooting into the sky, not hurting anything. I shouldn't be like this. No one else is like this. I peel my eyes open, one and then the other. 2 points of light shoot off the barges, sputtering into the gray smoke remains of the others. They blip out for a second. The music changes key. The fireworks burst into color, both red and gloomy. Their combined roar hits my heart like a punch. I breathe in puffed chokes. This is the last feeling my Moore had as all the blood left her body. This is the last thing my Moore heard. The wedding, Baba reaching for me. Come down, shattered windows, come down. 5 bright lights streak into the sky with a shrill scream. Layla covers her ears. Dan laughs at her. I push myself back, rock on the balls of my feet, crouch. They explode, each spinning into 5 smaller, different explosions. My stomach heaves. All I've eaten rises in my throat. Sammy? Mrs. Michelle asks. Dan and Layla turn toward me, but I run. My shoe slides on someone's picnic blanket, rasps over pavement. Boom! Rips through the air and hits my back. I stumble, scrape my palm, run harder. The policeman notice me. One opens his mouth. My head is full of the pounding music and shouting crowd. Every step that's heavy jolts up my ankles and legs. Cold sweat drips off my nose. Come down. Baba reaches for me. Come down. Glass shattered across the courtyard. Come down. We have to run. The memory twists me, tunes me, plays me. I shove past people in the street corner. My gasp, breaths, burn. No matter how far I run, I can't stop seeing the wedding. So I believe this is the part where I ask for questions, and people ask questions of me. Yes.
How do you go from being a recreational writer to a published writer successfully?
How do I go from being a recreational writer to a published writer successfully? It is a very tricky and unique thing that is very different based off of who you are. The way that I did it was that I just wrote a lot, and I finished a lot of manuscripts and edited a lot of manuscripts. And so with this book, I actually wrote a synopsis as an assignment for my master's course. To write a synopsis for a book that I would never ever write because it would be so far out of my comfort zone. I would never ever write it ever, 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 which worked out great for me. And so I showed that to my literary agent down the road who had signed me on a YA fantasy. And she came back and said, how fast
What happened to Thunder?
Okay, so Thunder and Tom go on a vengeful quest to climb a mountain, which somehow is going to avenge them against the Lynx. I don't really know. I never got that far. That was my plan. Also, I think as a child I thought a lynx was a bobcat, and it's not, so it's now really funny to think it's like this big, took down a horse, you know, that makes sense. Other questions? Yes.
It's a very short time to get a manuscript. So, what is your technique finishing the first draft, the second draft, and then you have consistent limits to change every time?
Yeah, I wish I brought one of my props I used for the seminar earlier, but my first step is always to outline. I'm an outliner a bazillion% of the way. So when my editor came back, when my agent came back and asked me to write it, I immediately went and made a spreadsheet outline that I have a poster of it left in the car, but it's like here to here, like that big. It's really long. And so I made this insane person outline, and that included chapter summaries, which are like paragraph long, what's happening in this chapter, as well as dates, times, things Sammy has, things Sammy's going to trade, characters in the scene, hooks for the end of the chapter. So I made all that, and then I actually made myself rewrite that 3 times without looking at my previous drafts. So I could not copy what I had already written, but I had to actually use my brain again and again to make myself think through problems in the plot that I would have just been like, oh, it's fine, if I had just copied it. So I made myself rewrite that 3 times. By the 3rd time, most of the dumb stuff was gone. Not all of it, but most of it. And then I went into full drafting mode. So I wrote 11th trade. I was writing 5 days a week, and I was writing 2,000 words a day. And I turned over my rough draft. The nice thing about having a literary agent is that you can finish a rough draft and go ahead and just be like, here, have this piece of trash. Tell me what you want me to do. So I passed it off to her, and she came back with great feedback. We revised, I think, a solid 3 times before it went out to publishers. And then once it's sold to publishers, the journey is not over, my friends. No, it is not. Because publishers then will take you through at least 3 more rounds of revision if you're lucky. I think we went through like 5 probably. Yeah. So you can replicate that in your own like creative writing for yourself. The important thing as a writer who's not represented yet is that most literary agents, and definitely I would say all editors, want to have writers who are flexible to keep working after they sign a manuscript. So you want to be at the point where you have your best work possible when you start querying or sending it out. But you also need to not be sick of it, because if you're already sick and you're like, nothing can change this because I'm so sick of everything about it and I want to just burn it, then you're not in a good place to go revise it another 5 times. So that's like a tricky balance. But it's good also to practice letting manuscripts go. This is my published manuscript, but I've written probably 10 others, some of which were polished to the point of being able to be sent to publishers that have to just wait in the door until a different time. So yeah, just write a lot and revise a lot, and also write new stuff. Yeah.
How did you find an agent?
So my agent is a British agent, so she has a great accent. But I actually found her through my master's course, which was an unusual route to go. But in my master's course, at the end of the course, they have us put together an anthology that includes the first chapters of our dissertations, which is our manuscripts. So that's like replications on speed. And then they send that out to agents and publishers all around the UK and sometimes the US, and then they invite them to come to this like big launch party in London that is like speed dating with publishers and agents. So you basically move around the room and you're like, hi, I'm such and such, I wrote such and such. It is a story about Venice and mermaids and murder and magic. And then they're like, that sounds cool, tell me more. that I will be allowed to write my middle grade kind of humanitarian issues / funsies books, and also write my adult fantasy Americans of Magic and Murder books side by side, because one is a good release for fun and the other one is like a good story and practice. So that's my dream, but it is ready to go. Whenever my agent says go, it's ready for publishers. We'll see. Yeah.
What was one of the most useful resources at Mary?
Dr. Meek. No, but for real, the faculty was definitely a big part of it. As a senior, I had decided I wanted to do my master's program, and so I worked one-on-one with the visiting professor at the time to perfect an excerpt to make it the best I could do, and also to work on my personal statement and my personal essays and put all of it together so that I had a really nice package to go to basketball with, and that I think definitely made a difference. It definitely would not have been at that quality if I hadn't gone to faculty for help. So yeah, they were pretty cool. Yeah.
So you wrote a book about an immigrant, like the came to America. I was wondering, did you ever talk to any immigrants, like interact with them?
Yeah.
What was that like for you?
So I worked with African refugee kids in my volunteer time. I specifically worked on tutoring them, but also just like go to the library and fun. So part of my experience, I guess, that I drew from, let's see. So one component of being an immigrant is not dissimilar to being a military brat, and that you're kind of a third culture kid. You were raised somewhere and now you are not in that place, and so your identity has been fractured. And that means you're a very specific kind of kid, and I love that third culture kids are the best. And I relate to them a little bit from my experience as a military kid. So I have that kind of gentle foundation. But then I was able to observe my kids. It was after I heard this, obviously, but one of my kids is 13 and she fasted for Ramadan for the first time this last cycle. And it was really interesting to be able to work with her while she had not eaten or had anything to drink since before sunup. And to talk to them about their friends who were fasting. I think the youngest one that they told me about was 10. Anyway, but to hear their experiences, I also, from the beginning of this manuscript, I think from the first terrible draft, I had sent it out to people I had met while I was in Afghanistan briefly, who were friends who had since become refugees. And they were reading the book and giving me feedback. I also sent it to a fellow Mary alum, Lima, who gave me excellent feedback. She was an Afghan refugee from before the Allied forces went in. And yeah, and to a couple of other people. So this book probably was read by somewhere in the round of 8 different Afghans. And then a handful of people who are experts in social work, in like rehabilitation and language. So wherever I was weak was a really cool opportunity to be able to say, I want to sit at your feet and learn from you, and you tell me what I did wrong because I know it's wrong. And I want to take that on board and make this the best thing possible. And so that was a really scary part of the process because it was so far out of my
Alyssa.